Hey all, Chris from gaugeART. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to configure gaugeART can gauge with your mobile device. If you haven't done so already, the first step is to download the gaugeART can gauge app, which is available as a free download from the App Store. Next, with the gauge turned on, and before you open the app, you'll want to connect your device to the can gauge by going to Settings, Wi-Fi, and tapping the gaugeART device. Enter the default password according to the included instructions. Once you're connected to the gauge, you can now open the gaugeART app. The gaugeART app will connect to the gauge and put the gauge in a programming mode. Next, you'll want to create a configuration. First, select which ECU you are using. We're going to start out with a 1-gauge layout. Tap here to choose which channel that you want to display. For this example, we're going to choose coolant temperature. You'll see your next option to choose from is update speed. The options to choose from are fast, medium, and slow. For a temperature channel, we're going to go with slow. For another channel, let's say map, you can go with something like fast. Now the next option to choose from is the bar gauge range. We have a minimum and a maximum. We have this set to 100 and 240 degrees Fahrenheit. That means that the bar graph range will be exactly from 100 at the minimum end to 240 degrees at the top end. Now in addition to the bar gauge range, you can also choose which temperature you wish to see a warning at. For this example, we're going to go with 220 degrees Fahrenheit. That means the gauge's warning light as well as the warning screen will display above 220 degrees. Next, choose the previous page. Next, to add a new page, simply tap Next Page. On this page, we're going to go with a 2-gauge layout. Tap to choose which channels that you want to display. In this example, let's go with air-fuel ratio, and for the bottom gauge, let's go with fuel pressure. Once you've completed the configuration, the next step is to save it. Tap here and tap Save. Let's choose a name. At this point, we can save it and then send the configuration to the gauge. You'll see that the flashing sequence takes anywhere from about 10 to 60 seconds, and the message will show that the gauge is complete, and the gauge will now show the configuration. Now that you've sent the configuration to the gauge, you can create a new configuration or load a previously saved configuration and send it to the gauge. It's that simple. If you have any questions for us, feel free to reach out via our website at gaugeart.com.